What's up, guys? It's Gorilla Vinny. Thanks for coming through to another virtual workout. We'll do it like we always do. We'll start with a warm-up, go through 9 rounds, 3 minutes apiece, 1 minute of rest in between, and then we'll end with a cool down and a stretch. As always, safety is number one priority, so please, throughout the workout, go at your own pace, take breaks when you need to, stay hydrated, drink water, and modify exercises when and where necessary. I might ask you to do something that, for one reason or another, whether it's an injury or inflexibility, whatever it may be, you may need to modify the movement. So please do so to the best of your ability. But as much as you can, stick to what I do. And the more you're able to over time, the better you get at these movements. So let's do our best. We came to work out. We came to learn. Let's make it happen. All right, let's begin with jumping jacks. Remember to meet your hands at the top, your feet at the bottom, and stay light on your feet throughout. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth, and try to stay as steady as possible. You have 8 seconds to go. Stay relaxed and just get that blood flowing. 3, 2, 1, and time. Good. Now we'll be going into high knees. Try to get your knees up to your waist. Here we go. Knees up to your waist. Stay light on your toes. Try to keep the heels off the ground. And you could pump your arms the way I'm doing as well. Your goal is to stay relaxed. Warm up that stomach. Warm up those legs. Warm up those calves and ankles as well. Staying loose the whole time. From here, we're going to go into squats. Keep your feet slightly wider than your shoulders, and then start going down. Bring that butt to about as low as your knees if you can. Just sit back like you're sitting in a chair. Keep your feet flat, and try not to let your knees go past your toes. Deep breaths in and out. Inhale as you go down, exhale as you come out. And time. Good. From here, we'll be going down to the floor. Push-up position, shoulders over your wrists, and mountain climbers. Run those knees to your chest. Try to keep your body weight forward so that your lower body is relaxed and light, and then you can use your stomach muscles to drive your knees up towards your chest. 3, 2, 1, and time. From here, we'll go into push-ups. Keep those wrists wider than your shoulders, and down and up. Here we go. Chest down, as close as you can to the ground. Make sure your eyes are past your fingertips. Try to keep your back straight, your legs straight, and extend those arms all the way up as you come up. 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Elbows down onto the ground. We'll go into plank position now, and then we'll start rotating the hips left to right. As you do this, try to keep your elbows evenly pressed into the ground and loosen up those hip muscles while you stretch out those obliques. Side to side, working the stomach, working the core. For another 3, 2, 1, and time. On your back, we'll finish with bicycle crunches. Try to meet your knee to your opposite elbow. Twisting your shoulders, bicycling your legs. Last 10 seconds. For another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Very good. Let's get back to our feet. Let's get into shadow boxing. So as we shadow box, our main objective should be to stay loose and relaxed and kind of warm up our body and our brain for the type of movements we're about to do. We don't have to go too crazy. We don't have to do anything too advanced. We can keep it simple and stick with the fundamentals, but you should be throwing jabs and crosses, hooks, uppercuts, and a mixture of the different types of combinations and strikes you might want to throw throughout your workout. Again, we've done more standard, regular movements, more generic movements like squats and push-ups, things that the body hopefully doesn't have to think too much about. And now we're starting to increase our range of motion and be more specific about how we're moving around and, again, prepping the body for what's going to go down for the next 30 or so minutes. So stay light on your feet. Try to have good form, good technique. Maintain your breathing. You got 5 more seconds to go. 3, 2, 1, and time. All right, so for this class, let's focus on fighting in close quarters, all right? Imagine yourself in the subway or maybe at the corner store at the bodega. They have those kind of small aisles. You don't have a lot of room for these big kind of embellished movements, so you stay close to your opponent. It's probably going to be a lot of uppercuts, hooks, elbows, knees, things that are really on the inside where you have to be close to your opponent. Or, even if you're a smaller person, a shorter person like myself, fighting a much taller person like Radesh, like Josh, that you see me train sometimes, my MMA student, one of the trainers here at CKO, Slip Encounter on Instagram if you want to follow him. He's a big, tall guy, so I'm not really going to reach him from all the way out here. I'm going to get in close. I'm going to rip the body. I'm going to throw these kind of tight movements that I can only really strike from a close range, okay? So for this first combination, right when we start the bell, let's throw we'll start in sometimes with longer movements, like a jab cross to kind of work my way in. So let's say we start with that jab cross, and then we're going to step in. We're going to rip 2 body shots, and then we're going to throw our hands up right behind their neck into a clinch position, and then throw that knee. So it's going to be a jab cross. I could take a step in, body shot with my lead hand, body shot with my rear hand, and I'm going to grab up. From here, I'm just going to slide up, grab behind their head, get those inside movements, and then bang, knee to the chest or knee to the stomach, okay? So here we go. Rounds are starting in 4, 3, 2, 1. There it is. So again, jab, cross, I step in, body shot, maybe I step in again, I grab them for the clinch, I drive that knee to their stomach, all right? So jab, cross, body, I step in, bang, knee. And on the bag, again, you might throw this, jab, cross, body shot. I might grab big on the bag here, I might not go all the way behind, but here, I'm going to drive that knee to the middle. You could also go to the edge, right to the ribs. I like to go right to the middle for this specific combination. Okay, so I'm moving around. Jab, cross, body shot, boom, knee. Notice as I throw those body shots, I always keep that opposite elbow tight. So I'm not here with this hand all the way out here. I throw that jab, cross, I keep this elbow tight, protecting myself. I keep this elbow tight, protecting myself as I go in. Turning my hip, keeping the weight on the front of my feet, okay? Jab, cross, body, bang, I drive that knee, right? Jab, cross, body, I step in, boom, right? From here, I could also do a little bit more, maybe MMA or Thai style, like clinch, like I'm going palm to palm. I get inside. This is me kind of gripping the insides of their arms on their biceps, right? Grab in. So I'm here, pop, small movements. Jab, cross, body shot. I grab on. And again, if I want, I can even just go from, grabbing their arms, controlling their arms in this clinch style, pull into the knee if I want to break it up a little bit, right? So we got about 90 seconds left. Jab, cross, body shot. I pull in, I throw that knee. And notice I'm keeping my energy moving forward the whole time, right? You don't have to, but in these kind of positions, I like to try to control the ground as much as I can. And it's also just my style of fighting. I'm a bit of a forward mover. I am kind of a counter striker, right? But I like to kind of put pressure, right? So with that concept in mind, as I'm throwing this, notice I'm constantly inching forward, kind of pushing my opponent back, right? Jab, cross, body shot. I step in, I throw that knee, put my long guard on my way out, right? Or I post out, right? Jab, cross, body shot, step in. There's my knee. If you want to switch it up, you can throw a switch knee maybe. Jab, cross, body shot, throw, switch knee. Jab, cross, body shot. I step in, knee. Right, one more time this direction. Jab, cross, body shot. I step in, I knee. I'm going to throw a switch knee for this one. Jab, cross, body shot. Boom. One more time. Jab, cross, body shot. Notice I extend the arm. I really reach for those ribs. I grab on, bang. Maybe I'm holding onto their jacket, their lapel. I throw that knee right there. And then hands up. Good. Deep breaths. As always, we got that minute rest. All right, that was round 1. Let's continue working on the inside, like I said we're going to do. From here, let's throw some elbows. So let's throw a jab, and let's step in with our lead elbow, right? So key thing when we do this, try not to throw the jab and then wind up the elbow and throw it. Try to use your wrist as the fulcrum, right? So I don't know what this is going to look like when I look back, but I'm going to throw my jab. My wrist right now I think is about over this line in the ground. So I throw my jab, and from here, I'm going to try to step my elbow forward. As opposed to jab and then rev it up, I'm going to jab and then I'm going to step in. So even if I grab on my opponent or they grab my hand, maybe they parry and they grab, I can set my elbow over on top. It's a move we used to do in Wing Chun where you kind of throw here and then elbows over top. So we're going to throw the jab, step in, elbow, elbow, and then I'm going to drive in with a rear uppercut, okay? So just the upper body. So jab, step in, elbow, elbow, and then I'm kind of frame off of them, right? Kind of keep that arm, that forearm on their body, drive that uppercut on their arms. Maybe they're blocking. I'm going to push them back and then drive the uppercut, hopefully right up the middle. When you throw the uppercut, try not to throw it from the sides. Resist the urge to just kind of wail and have those arms side to side. Really drive it up, be specific, be precise. Drive it in a straight line, perpendicular to the ground. So it goes in between those hands in this little space right here, right up to their chin. Jab, elbow, elbow, frame out, uppercut right up the middle. All right, so I'm moving around. Jab, elbow, elbow, frame, again, pressure, push against them, uppercut. On the bag, it might look like this. Jab, elbow, elbow. I frame, where's my hand? Protected, and then uppercut. You got to move fast, because if I stay here too long, this, I'm vulnerable here for a second, right? But martial arts is a short blanket. You can protect one thing, you can expose that as something else. There's no perfect position. Professor Luca at Renzo Gracie Upper West Side, my jiu-jitsu instructor, he said jiu-jitsu and martial arts is a short blanket. There's no perfect positions. There's no perfect defense. There's always, it depends on how well the person does it. And you're always going to give up a little something. And that's okay. Nothing can be infallible. So you got to work and, do the things you have to control what you can so you don't expose yourself for too long. So after I throw that jab and I step in elbow, elbow, when I frame for a split second. And then, I can throw the uppercut from here, but I like to, once I block their vision, throw that uppercut, protect my body again, right? So jab, elbow, elbow, frame, uppercut up the middle. Notice I'm turning my hips and my shoulders every time, right? So jab, I step in, elbow, elbow, I frame, and I put my shoulder into it, drive, uppercut. Hands up, jab, elbow, elbow, frame, uppercut. Right here. I'm moving around, right? I'm blocking, I'm staying tight. Notice my hands are close and protecting my face. I'm not out here with my loose guard because I know I'm in a small space. So I'm kind of protecting myself in here. Jab, elbow, elbow, frame, uppercut. All right. Stay relaxed. Jab, elbow, elbow, frame, uppercut. Drive those shoulders, okay? Jab, elbow, elbow, ba, ba. Jab, ha, 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 ha. Move to both sides. Jab, elbow, elbow, frame. You got 10 seconds to go. 10, 9, excuse me. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. End of round 2. Breathe. Take a deep breath. Get some water, like I probably should do. All right. Make sure you're ready for this next round. Okay. So from here, let's do a little bit of footwork. Throw some knees again. Right. So let's throw a lead uppercut into a rear hook. I want uppercut, hook, shuffle, and then shuffle knee. Step down. Let's go step down with a straight elbow. So lead uppercut. Rear hook. Notice I'm not throwing the uppercut from here. To me, I call that a body shot or a liver shot, right? Up to the ribs. So uppercut right up the middle, rear hook. I'm going to shuffle my feet so they think, for a second they have me. And then I'm going to shuffle one more time, step that knee and land it. I'm going to drive that knee, land it, and then I'm going to drive a straight elbow up the middle. Again, if their hands are really tight right here, I might be able to throw that elbow right in between. All right? So, lead uppercut, hook, shuffle, switch knee, straight elbow. All right. Let's switch that. Let's throw a round elbow after that. I feel like if you're moving in front of them, they're going to block up to the middle. They might expose the side of their face. So as I'm throwing it, I feel like that round elbow might be a little bit more appropriate at the end, especially if you want to kind of drive forward and maybe parry their hand, pull that elbow off to the side at the very last minute. So uppercut, hook, shuffle, switch knee, bang, straight elbow at the round elbow at the end. Okay, so uppercut, hook, shuffle, straight knee, bang, round elbow. All right, moving again. Let's do it to this side. All right, so I throw that lead uppercut. I throw that rear hook. I shuffle. I switch knee, bang, elbow, right, from this direction. All right, I throw that lead uppercut, rear hook, shuffle, switch knee, round elbow. All right, and this from direction right here. Moving, I give them a little bit of movement. Right, I back up, I come in, right, up, hook, shuffle, switch knee, bang. Good. Learn how to move with speed from your ribs and your hips. It's not just about the hands moving fast. You got to be able to activate at the hips and the ribs, at the body, especially when it comes to these small movements, right? These inside movements, because you don't have a lot of momentum. You can't build a lot of momentum, because you don't have a lot of room, right? A big, long punch like that, kind of a haymaker, which isn't an effective punch as it is, but anything long, you can use a little bit of momentum to build speed and power. When the range of motion is small, there's only so much speed that you can build in that small movement. So you have to use torque. You have to use twist, and all that's going to come from the hips and the shoulders spinning around your center line, which is your spine, right? So when I throw that elbow, it's not throwing it all the way around. It's about keeping it tight, squeezing, being stable, being solid, and torquing, twisting from those hips and that stomach. Okay, so the combination again, from here, we're going to throw that lead uppercut, we're going to throw that rear hook, we're going to shuffle, and then we're going to switch knee into that elbow at the end. Notice when I throw that elbow, where's my opposite hand? Up high, protecting my face. My shoulder is protecting my my chin on the other side, right? So, bang, right? So, lead uppercut, hook, shuffle, switch knee, bang, right? I like to put my hand under my armpit, a little bit more here. You can come across the top. Just protect your face at the end. Best that you can. Right? Right? Boom. Uppercut, hook, shuffle, switch knee. Hands up, chin down. Move it around. You got 8 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There's a round right there. Take a deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. All right, going into round 4. So this time, let's throw that straight elbow that I wanted, but let's throw it from that front hand. Okay, so let's throw that jab and then step in. Now, before we went jab, stepped into a round elbow, like kind of an elbow to the cheek. Now we're gonna throw it right up to the nose, to the mouth, right up the middle, like it's sliding a piece of bread into a toaster. Right, just right in between. So jab, step in, straight elbow. Right, keep them here. Throw that uppercut right behind it. So jab, straight elbow, uppercut, shuffle, and then throw that right knee, or that rear knee. Okay, for me it's the right knee because I have my right foot behind. If you're a lefty, it's going to be your left knee that gets thrown at the end. So jab, step in, straight elbow, uppercut. Where's my other hand when I throw that uppercut? Right here. I'm going to shuffle and then throw that knee. The shuffle is just to start around a few seconds. It's just to throw them off for a split second. Okay, so jab, straight elbow, uppercut, shuffle, and then knee. Now you could shuffle in place and throw the knee immediately, or you could shuffle and then take a step like I just did, right? So it could be shuffle and then knee, or it could be shuffle, knee, right there. All right, small, subtle difference, but it can be important depending on the situation at hand, right? Your hands are up. I'm moving around. I throw that jab. I throw that straight elbow. I throw that uppercut. Shuffle, boom. And as you shuffle, you shuffle small. It's not even just about shuffle, step, knee, or shuffle, knee. It could be shuffle, and then as you shuffle, you could take a big step. You could shuffle big and drive yourself towards your opponent, or you could stay in a small space, right? I could be here and throw the knee very tight. Really just depends on how much space you have around you, how much you want to move. All right, so jab, elbow, uppercut, shuffle, knee. All right, boom. Jab, elbow, uppercut, shuffle, bang. Jab, pow, pow, pow. Again, my style, if you see the way I move around, a little bit more MMA thinking. It's not as kind of traditional Muay Thai style because I'm thinking about takedowns. I'm thinking about, out in the streets, what am I going to do? And I like to be a little bit looser on my feet. So you have a different style that you come from, and you want to enact a little bit more of that movement in between, or a little bit more of that stance, please feel free to do so. But why I move the way I move has to do with, again, an MMA self-defense standpoint. Going in the ring, you might have to do something a little bit different, but I'll leave that up to you guys. All right, just over a minute to go. Continuing with jab, straight elbow, uppercut, right? Fix that uppercut, other hand by my face, shuffle, throwing that knee, right? And I could really drive that knee forward if I want to, but I'm kind of throwing it where I think it might be here, and then I'm bringing it back. I'm kind of indexing or over-indexing on bringing my hip back, okay? Move it around, jab, straight elbow, uppercut, shuffle, knee. And again, I can mimic getting the clinch, right? Where I come back in, jab, uppercut, jab, elbow, uppercut, shuffle, and I can either grab up, throw that knee, or I could act like I'm grabbing on if they have a jacket on, grabbing onto their jacket, right? Jab, elbow, uppercut, shuffle, bang. Throw then, pull their body, throw that knee right in, right? And then elbow at the end. Sorry. No, we didn't throw the elbow at the end. We did it on the last one, right? This one, we'll just throw that elbow. If you want to, you can add that elbow at the end. 8 seconds. Jab, elbow, uppercut, shuffle, knee. Good. 3, 2, 1. Time. Take a breather. Let's get down into our plank position. What I want to do is a little bit of a drill, specifically to work the stomach and rib muscles. Why? Because, and the obliques, because these are really, really important in twisting our body when we throw these elbows, and having the stability, strength, stability, speed. All those things really come from in these small movements from like this midsection, everything around the hinge of a waist. So from here, I want you to jump your knees forward and back, then to the side, to the side. Notice I'm actually switching my feet, right? So I'm small movement, switch my feet, I come back, switch my feet, I come back, forward, back. On your own, I want you to do that 4 times, come up and then do a push-up. We're gonna do that for a minute, bicycle crunches for a minute, and then we'll come back, all right? So I'll do it from the side, right? With the bell, go, yeah, forward, back, switch, switch, that's 1, forward, back, switch, switch, that's 2, forward, back, switch, switch, that's 3, forward, back, switch, switch, that's 4. Come up, and then a push-up. That was 1 set. It was tiring enough for me, but you guys are working. Let's go for it. You got 35 seconds. I want you guys to try your best. Maybe you only do 1 or 2 like I just did, but I'm teaching the class. I can take breaks. You're the ones working out. So I want you to do that. Again, just do 1 movement here from this position so you can see. Again, knees forward, knees back, twist, twist. You're going to do that 4 times. After the 4th one, come up to a push-up position, and then give me the push-up. 15 seconds, though, we're going to go into bicycle crunches again, just to keep working that midsection and those ribs. All right? Deep breaths as you go through. 3, 2, 1. On our backs, bicycle crunches right here, side to side. You can make this steady, make this easy. 1 full minute. All right. Good, 40 seconds. And then the last thing we'll do, we're not going to go back to that first part. The last thing we'll do is we're just going to throw knees and step into them. And I'll explain once we get there. You got 30 seconds. Even if you only end up doing it for 30, 45 seconds, it's fine. I want you guys just to understand the drill. You're always welcome to do it more on your own. You got 20 seconds left of these bicycle crunches. All right, we're going to get up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now I want you to kind of march in a straight line, throwing knees, but kind of pause and work on your balance, all right, as you throw it. So watch. I'm going to throw a knee. I put it down. I'm going to throw a knee. I'm going to hold it. I'm going to put it down. I'm going to throw a knee. I'm going to hold it, and I'm going to put it down. Notice I'm turning my hips. It's not hips square, right? Watch. When I throw my left knee comes forward. When I throw my right knee, my right hip comes forward. When I throw my left knee, my left hip comes forward, all right? Continue that for another 35 seconds if you can. Right here. Bang. Try to control it. Squeeze your stomach. Squeeze your ribs. Drive that knee. Use your hands for balance. All right. If you can, do it in a straight line. All right, try to balance and hold yourself. You're gonna feel it here, you're gonna feel it here, you're gonna feel it in your stomach. All right, let's go. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Good. We're going to go into round 6. So we got 3 more rounds, 6, 7, 8 of combos. And then round 9 is a freestyle like it always is. You guys will incorporate what we did in class to the best of your ability on your own. All right. For this next combo, let's actually add a little bit of defense in here now. Right. So let's throw hook, check, knee. And then after you drop that knee, I want you to kind of huck down for a second. And not a dip, but just prepare yourself to come up for an uppercut elbow like this, and then a lead hook. So it's going to be hook, check, knee, down, uppercut elbow, lead hook. All right, I'll do it from the side. So it's going to be lead hook, rear hook, check, drive in your knee. As you come down, come up, boom, uppercut elbow, tight lead hook. Not out here, right here, okay? Starting in 3, 2, 1. I'll continue demonstrating in either direction, okay? So lead hook, rear hook, check, knee, down, up, lead hook, okay? So hook, check, knee, down, uppercut, hook. All right, here, chin down. All right, I throw hook, check, knee, down, uppercut, hook, uppercut elbow, all right? Right up the middle. You're not going to go super high, but at least past the chin a little bit, all right? One more time, back down the middle. So I'm here, lead hook, rear hook. So lead hook, rear hook, check. Lead hook, rear hook, check, knee, down, up, and hook. Move it around. Again, stay tight, stay close. You don't have to always throw with a lot of power. You can move it around, keep it loose, keep it relaxed, but learn to stay engaged in the stomach, in the hips. All right, do your best to really manage yourself and your energy so that you have control over your movements. If you don't have control of your movements, your speed, your energy, your strength, you don't know what to do with it. You can't focus it into a specific place. You just kind of go all over the place. And you might be lucky here and there, but you can use half the energy, half the input if you have control, get the same results as your hardest uncontrolled strike. Okay? You got 90 seconds. I'm going to go through it again. Make sure you guys remember. Okay? Lead hook, rear hook, check, knee, dip, uppercut elbow, tight lead hook. Okay? Move it around. Done. Hook, check, knee, bah, bah, bah. This direction, right? So hook, do that again. Hook, check, knee, down, up, bang. Move it. Last 60 seconds, all right? See if you can keep moving. Try a couple times, a little harder. Try a couple times more relaxed, more in control. I mean, always be in control. But see if you can challenge yourself in both directions, in both ways, okay? 45 seconds to go. You can mix it up with stuff too, right? Give me a little bit of head movement, right? Touch. Is your 30-second mark, right? Touch. Right when you're ready, bah, bang. Here, bah, bang. Use your footwork, right? Bang. And time. Minute rest. Relax. Into your nose, out to your mouth. Breathe. All right. Let's see. We haven't thrown many kicks, so throw some kicks in there. We can, again, use it with the knees. Now, I'm not going to throw round kicks because, like I said, maybe in a small area, you might not have a lot of room, but that straight kick, sometimes you can get yourself just enough room to kind of pop them back, right? So let's start close, and then we end with the straight kick just to maybe get some distance, right? So from here, let's throw a bit of a shoe shine, but instead of ending with hooks, let's throw elbows, right? So let's throw 4 uppercuts, starting with the front hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then elbow. From here, I want you to push out teep at the end, right? Push kick just to get your distance from the person, right? Maybe you have a little bit of room this way or that way. Maybe you're in the subway, you chop them up, the door's open, bang, kick them off the subway car, right? Protect yourself, protect everybody else around you. So 1, 2, 3, 4, elbow, elbow, and a little variation you could do if you like. What we used to do in karate, we used to actually kind of hold, right? When we would throw elbows, we would hold as if we grabbed onto the person and then threw their head. This would be their head or their neck, and then the elbow as if we smashed right through it. So you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, elbow, elbow as if you're holding onto their head. Then at the end, push off, and then teep, okay? It's not a snap kick up, it's a teep, which goes out, okay? So, again, you can either hold or you can throw the traditional tie elbows. Doesn't matter to me, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, elbow, elbow, push off, teep. Okay, I'm moving around. 1, 2, 3, 4, bang, bang, push off, teep. I'm here, maybe I'm tight. I'm guarding up, pop, 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 elbow, elbow, back, boom, kick, hands up. Right, I'm tight. I'm in close. Right, they're throwing some strikes. I'm here. Pop, 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 pop. Elbow, elbow. Back it up. Bang. There's that teep. All right, got 2 minutes to go. Moving around. Right, pop, 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 pop. Elbow, elbow. Back it up. Teep. Moving. Circling to the other side. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Elbow, elbow. Oh, I was throwing a switch kick right there. You can do that too. If you keep going forward, you throw that switch kick. Keep pushing them out, right? I'm loose here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Elbow, elbow. Back it up. Teep. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Elbow, elbow. Push them forward. Boom. All right. Pop, 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 pop. Bang, bang. Yes. All right, hands up. Good. You guys got 1 minute right here to go. All right. Last 60 seconds. Keep playing around. You see, I'm playing with different things. I'm moving forward sometimes. I'm moving back. Did a couple of those Kempo style elbows. Did more traditional Muay Thai elbows. Just hand placement, for shadow boxing. They both do the same thing. And I changed. I did some switch straight kicks, some switch teeps. Everything works, right? Everything has a place to do it. So mix it up. See what you can do. Let's keep moving. You got 30 seconds left. All right. This is round 7. We have one more combination, and then we'll do the freestyle. 25 seconds to go. 23, 22, 21. I'll count the last 20. 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Breathe. That's round 7. I say breathe at the end of every round because I always assume there's at least a handful of you that are going hard, right? That are really kind of pushing yourselves. Or even if, you're going moderate tempo, but maybe you're just getting back into shape. So even kind of like low intensity movement kind of makes you, makes you lose your energy, makes you gas out a little bit, right? So just do what you can, but make sure to take this time in between to get your wits about you, take deep breaths, and get yourself ready for the next round, all right? Last round, we're going into round 8. So from here, let's throw that straight elbow from that back arm, right? So let's throw a jab, rear hook, rear uppercut. So bop, bop, bop. Then I want this straight elbow, and then I want to switch 1, 2 knees, and then step back. So jab, hook, uppercut, straight elbow, right? Jab, hook, uppercut, straight elbow, switch 1, 2 knees, stand up, on hands up, protect yourself. 3 minutes. There it is. All right. Last combination. Jab, hook, uppercut, bang. All right. You threw it to the side. They picked up their hands. You threw up the middle. They picked up their chin. Hopefully their head's exposed. Boom. Slide that forearm straight in and grab onto them if you can. Grab onto their wrists. Grab onto the back of their head. And then one wrist here. Right. Bang. Okay. There's always ways to kind of swim inside. Get yourself into that clinch position. Or just getting close. Grip onto something. They're out, it's cold. I'm filming this December 2022. So it's cold outside. People are wearing jackets. Sometimes you got to tag them up, grab onto their clothing somehow, just get them close to you, and then drive those 2 knees in, all right? Coming down to about 2 minutes, 15 seconds, right? Let's keep moving. Let's finish this last combination. Jab, jab, hook, uppercut, straight elbow from that back arm. Remember, it's a straight out. It's not an uppercut elbow. It's a straight elbow. We threw the uppercut punch, and then we're coming back with a straight elbow. I'm going to grab onto him if I can. 1, 2. All right, on the bag, it might look like this. Jab, hook, uppercut, straight elbow. From here, I grab 1, 2. Again, I can go to the ribs. I can go right up the middle towards the stomach, the solar plexus, which is right at the top of the abs, the bottom of the xiphoid process, like the breastbone right here. All that stuff is legit, or I can come out to the ribs. Depends how they're standing, what you're able to clear, what opening you're able to make. Go for the most vulnerable spot that you can pick so that you don't have to put too much energy to get a lot of impact out of it, right? So jab, hook, uppercut, straight elbow. I can even walk into those knees, right? I stay on my toes, right? In this direction. Jab, hook, uppercut. I throw that straight elbow. Bang. 1, 2. I back up. I kind of force him back, right? From this direction. I circle out, right? Jab, hook, uppercut, straight elbow. Bang. 1, 2. This is me assuming it's a little bit of a jiu-jitsu thing. or a grappling thing. I've grabbed their wrist. Maybe the other hand is on their lapel behind their head, and I'm kind of opening up this side of their body, right? It would be like me being like this. My wrist is grabbed, my arm, and now this rib is open for the other person to throw knees, right? So I'm grabbing them like this, and I'm throwing that knee, bang, bang, because they can't protect it because I have their arm out, protected or exposed away from their body, right? So last 30 seconds, jab, hook, uppercut, straight elbow, bang, I grab onto their hand, boom, I open up those ribs, I drive my knee right into those ribs, all right? Last 20 seconds, see what you guys can do, all right? Jab, hook, uppercut, straight elbow, switch, 1, 2 knees, and again, let's see what you can do in terms of really driving your hips into those knees, having balance on those feet, always a strong base. 3, 2, 1, there it is. All right, that was round 8. We're going into round 9. As you do your freestyle, as you do your final movement through that 3 minutes of the round, I want you to think about being in a small space. Really try to visualize yourself. Think of your local bodega. Think of whatever train you take, the 2, the 4, the F, the A, the N, whatever it is, right? The 7. Be on that train. Imagine it at rush hour. And for whatever reason, I hope you guys never have to deal with this stuff in real life, but for whatever reason, someone has decided to assault you or attack you. Find yourself in the middle of something, you got to protect yourself. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. How are you going to mitigate that small space, right? You're not going to be able to throw big roundhouse kicks or big looping hooks, right? You're going to keep everything really tight. Uppercuts, hooks, elbows, you're right on top of the person. Face to face, pop, 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 bang. Here, right? You back them up. You throw that push kick. If you need to, give yourself space to get away if necessary. 3 minutes, visualize yourself in that position. Let's do it. 2, 1, there it is. Ninth round, freestyle, 3 minutes. Throw lots of uppercuts, lots of hooks, lots of elbows, lots of knees. And again, your energy should be as if you were in a small position. If you were a small spot on the subway, at the store, you got to protect yourself. What are you going to do, right? I could tell you throw these specific things, but if you can kind of put yourself in that place, your instinct will take over. Your training will take over, but you have to, use your imagination. The imagination will go a long way when it comes to preparing yourself for a fight, whether in the ring, out on the street. All right, got 2 minutes left. It's a little bit very loosely what I'm doing, how I approach it. But again, try to visualize it, see yourself in those positions. How do you get around it? All right, continue to breathe. The better you can stay composed, part of it will be how well you breathe and how disciplined you are about your training and breathing steadily and consistently, even when you're tired. That will carry over. So when you're in these kind of intense, kind of high stress environments, high stress situations, your training will kick in and you'll be able to Your heart rate might be going, but it'll be in control. And by having your heart rate in control and your basic evolutionary instincts kind of controlled, you'll be able to think a little bit more clearly. Because you can think more clearly, you can act more effectively. You can respond more effectively in a more conditioned, appropriate way. Whether that means dissipate, which you should always do, dissipate, get yourself out of the fight if you can. But if you can't, you want to think clearly and focused. You don't want to be acting purely on emotions and instinct, right? You want conditioned instinct to keep your hands up, to stay close, but not just like fight or flight without a conditioned response, right? Coming down to the last 30 seconds. Remember to continue moving. There's your 30-second mark. Keep it tight. Keep it close. Boom. If you're on the bag, it's tight. Boom. Boom. Shut up. All right, last 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And there it is. Time. 9 rounds. Great work. Stick around for the cool down and the stretch. So just like we did at the beginning to warm up, we're going to use the same shadow boxing to cool down. And you'll see that I'm staying very relaxed, very light. The idea here is to just cool down our body, slow down our heart rate, slow down our breathing, and to keep our muscles from tensing up after what was hopefully a challenging workout. We can keep the movement simple and straightforward. You can see I'm throwing very fundamental strikes, jabs, crosses, a little bit of defense, knees, round kicks. Because again, just the way we used our entire body for the workout, we want to make sure we cool down our entire body at the end. I'm also making use of my space, stepping forward, stepping back, moving to my right, moving to my left, making sure that I involve as many of my limbs and as much of my movement and range of motion as possible to just slowly bring myself down back to zero, back to a relaxed post-workout state. Remember to stay breathing throughout, and again, keep it simple. And finally, for the stretch, keep your feet wider than your shoulders, and let's reach down for our toes. Try to keep the legs straight, stretch through the back of the legs. You can reach over to one side and then to the other, nice and loose. And then when we can, let's put a little bend in the knees, get your body a little bit lower, let your head get heavy, and feel that stretch in your lower back. When you're ready, we're going to bring the butt all the way down, put those elbows on those knees, stretching the knees to the outside, getting a stretch on the inside of the legs. Flatten out your feet if you can. You can extend one leg, get a stretch on the bottom and the inside of that leg, and then we'll switch to the other side doing the same thing. Just trying to get a stretch laterally on the insides of the legs. When you're ready, let's sit back up, drag those hands to your hips, and give me hip rotations to one side. Really push out on the outsides, behind and forward. And then let's start going back the other way. Big circles. Feel the push out on the hips as you do so. From here, we'll lean to one side, pull the ankle towards your back. Keep the knees together, stretch the quad. Switch to the other side, same thing, keeping the knees together, stretching that quad. And then we'll place both feet on the ground and twist our upper back, getting that stretch in that mid-back. From here, let's pull the hands back behind yourself. Stretch out the chest, chin to the ceiling, extend the arms. Put the wrists on the lower back, elbows forward, chin down to the ground. Stretch the rotator cuffs. Chest in. You can take one arm, put it to the side, pull on the back of the shoulder, and give me circles in the wrist. Let's switch, do the same thing to the other side. Stretching the back of the arm and giving some mobility and circles in the wrist. Pull the arm over the top of your head, pull on the elbow, and just lean lightly to one side, stretching the spine, switching, going lightly and slowly to the other side, staying in a straight line as you do it. And then we'll come back up to the middle, relax the shoulders, and then pull the head gently to one side. Switch gently to the other side, again, keeping the shoulders relaxed throughout. Chin to your shoulder, chin to the other shoulder. chin to your chest, and time. Very good. Let's finish with the deep bow. We're going to go knees on the ground. Think of something that you're grateful for. Think of something we did in class, and let's meditate on that just for a few breaths down here at the bottom. Us. Take another deep breath in, and exhale as you come out. Great work. Thanks for coming through. We'll see you soon.